Hello, this is Mark Hayes, and this is the Hayes Report on Tuesday, July 14th, 2015. Today we're talking about Confederate flag snatching. Recently on social media, there has been a lot of coverage of people like Bree Newsom who climbed the flagpole at the South Carolina State House and took down the Confederate flag. And then shortly afterwards, Governor Nikki Haley of South Carolina signed into a law, and the Confederate flag was removed from the State House grounds and sent over to the South Carolina War Museum. Also, there was a gentleman, I believe his name was Darius Williams or something to that effect, and he snatched, there's a photo of him snatching a Confederate flag down from someone's home, going on to their property and actually vandalizing their property. And there was another post online with another gentleman pulling a Confederate flag off of a tractor trailer truck, which is also an act of vandalism. Now, the flag is a big issue with people. It's a very emotional issue on both sides, and I believe that the flag issue is being used to fan the flames of racial tension and to actually will contribute to other people becoming harmed, most likely with guns or with other forms of violence, in an attempt really to take away our Second Amendment rights. We have been seeing, or we have been experiencing, the slow dissolving of our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. All of our Bill of rights are being slowly eroded, and we are contributing to the process by becoming emotionally reactionary to what's going on, usually fomented by media coverage of things and just blasting and blasting and keep on uh, 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 stirring you towards particular themes. The bottom line is the flag didn't kill anyone. What kills people is violence, or what kills people is violence in their mind, and as well as a lot of these psychotropic drugs. And as I've said many times, the key to understanding where this hatred of black people comes from in a Judeo-Christian Islamic society, you have to go back to the biblical text. The biblical text clearly states, if you can read it and understand it, either subconsciously or unconsciously, you're going to understand that black people are cursed going back to Ham, which was one of the sons of Noah, which goes back to, I believe, Genesis 10, or number 1. And then you can also see the racism in the biblical text by going to Deuteronomy, I believe Deuteronomy 7:1, and it talks about the tribes that these Israelites killed in order to establish their nation. So if you go back to Genesis, it will name the sons of Ham. If you're not familiar with the story, Noah had 3 sons. One was supposed to be the progenitor, the father of the white race, and one was supposed to be the father of the Jews and the Arabs, or the Semites, however you want to refer to them, and one was supposed to be the father of the black race. And the black race, there were Canaanites, and they were Amorites, and they were Girgashites. Okay, and when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 7, you'll see all of the tribes that were destroyed in order to create the Jewish nation. And all those tribes are the tribes that were the descendants of Ham. We can see there is racism in the Bible, probably because a lot of what is in those texts were stolen from African people. And when you want to control people, you really don't want them to know the source of the power. So you want to be able to control the power and the biblical text, or the Judeo-Christian Islamic text, is a source, one of the sources of how you can control the masses, and that's the job of the preacher and the pastor and the father and the pope and the politicians who sort of flame who sort of inflame the racial tensions and things. They know exactly what they're doing because they're contributing to dividing and conquering people in order to tax them illegally, which is what they do, as well as exploit them in other ways, controlling the education system, dumbing down the population, so that you have a sick, sort of mentally slow population group, and then in which only the most psychotic are the ones who become successful, or the most sociopathic are the ones that become the most successful. Well, that is what we're talking about today here at HayesReport.com. Remember, sorry, HayesReport.info. Remember, if you want to purchase any books or videos, please feel free to visit my bookstore or my website at e-exclusives with an s.com. If you want to buy anything, or if you need any coaching or advice from me, you can go to marchayes.com. That's MarChayes.com.